Well, all right, man. There was a few other topics I was going to touch on here, but I think we've made people wait long enough, man. It's time to get to our ping pong first round mock draft. And what I mean ping pong is I took a pick, Big G took a pick. Then I took a pick, Big G. So we got the equal number of picks
Facts.
going down the draft.
Yep.
Um, I went first.
Yep.
So I got the draft. I got the first pick in the draft. Uh, and then we just went from there on down. Now, both of us are going to have a Steelers pick.
Yep.
Both of us will have that. This is the Steelers channel, and then we're both going to have a Steelers pick. Damn it, that's just the way it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, I thought it was fun. I think this was fun. We put it together. I thought it was crazy fun. So
Yeah.
let me get this pulled up here, and let's get started. So yeah, the first pick of the draft. Now, Tennessee Titans obviously are the first pick in all of this. Let me get this pulled up here real quick. Technical problems. First pick, Tennessee Titans, quarterback Cam Ward,
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
I think Titans, I think it's a no-brainer. They can't go with mayonnaise anymore. I mean, Will Levis is he's done.
Yeah.
He's done. He's so done that they benched him for Mason Rudolph. So that happened.
It's the easiest pick of the draft, B.
Easiest pick of the draft.
It's easy pick. Run the card to the table. Matter of fact, if they make us wait, that's malpractice on the NFL.
Exactly.
That's malpractice. Run the card to the table, bro. Cam Ward. It's over.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, so I got the Browns, right? The Cleveland Browns pick. Listen, man, I like to shake it up and make it messy. The Cleveland Browns select Abdul Carter, edge rusher, outside linebacker, Penn State University, man, with number 2. They ain't picking Shador. They ain't taking no quarterback. The Browns going to get another rusher to go opposite Myles Garrett, man, and cause some problems, bro. Cause some problems.
Absolutely. We get this super chat. Jay's Upper T says moving back 7 spots won't get you a second round pick. It will if somebody gives you one.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know what somebody's willing to do. They may need that guy. Whoever it is, they may need it. And the Steelers may say, great, you need him so bad, give us a second round pick. So you don't know what it will do until it absolutely happens. So let's not be that person.
Yeah.
And speaking in guarantees, because we just don't know.
Facts.
You know, kind of like your house. Your house is worth what somebody's willing to give you.
That's facts.
Just the way that it works, my man. Just the way that it works.
Mm-hmm.
So, third pick, New York Giants. Travis Hunter. Now, I said Travis Hunter, but I had Travis Hunter as a wide receiver. I didn't say Travis Hunter as a corner. I like Travis Hunter going to the Giants as a receiver. Him, Malik Neighbors, Darius Slayton, give them some weapons, you know, and let Russ cook a little bit up there and see what happens. Or 30 for 30 Winston. Let's see what happens. But I don't think they go quarterback because if they didn't get fired last year with Daniel Jones and making the flubbing up Daniel Jones and getting rid of Saquon, I think the Giants I think that brass has time. If you didn't get fired for that, I don't think you're going to get fired for anything. And they probably told the owner, we're not reaching for a quarterback. There's no reason for us to reach for a quarterback because we don't think that a quarterback is worth the third pick in the draft.
B, I'm riding with you, bro. I'm riding with you. Talent is talent. And there's 2 generational talents back to back. You don't let those dudes fall. That's malpractice as a GM. If you let generational talent walk past you, no way.
Absolutely.
No way. Don't be so thirsty.
Don't be so thirsty.
Yeah, just wait on it. All right, so fourth, we got the Patriots, man. Listen, Mason Graham's a beast. So I take Mason Graham, defensive tackle for the Michigan Wolverines. I hate Michigan too, man. I hate them. I have all the bad things in the world happen in Michigan and only Michigan. But Mason Graham is a beast, bro. He's a beast. So he's an automatic day one starter. Probably going to cause a lot of problems with Vrabel and the boys up there in New England. Yeah, give me Mason Graham, bro.
Yeah, Mason Graham is incredible. New England needs more D-line help. Everybody needs a defensive tackle that can stuff the run and rush the passer. Every team needs that. He's that at an elite level. Can't be moved. Double team. He doesn't get moved. If you single block him, he wrecks your defense. That's what the Patriots need. It's a good pick.
Facts.
5th pick, Jacksonville Jaguars. Big B selects Kelvin Banks, offensive tackle, Texas.
Oh.
A lot of people have him 2nd, 3rd. No,
Yeah.
Jacksonville likes him early. They like his athleticism, Big G. They take him.
Yeah. Listen, as far as athleticism is concerned, he's the best in the draft.
Correct.
But there's guys that, there's other guys, Campbell, the big kid out of Missouri, Josh Simmons, So I think with our picks at number 3 and at number 5, the draft is already shook up. If this actually happens, New York going to be going crazy. And I don't think it'll go with the same team picks the rest of the way, because teams are going to start trading and be like, oh my God, I can't believe they took this guy or this guy. So if this happens 1 through 5, the draft switches up, B. In my opinion, I think it starts switching up right here. But we didn't have any trades in our draft, so we can't do it.
No, that's right. Because you start doing trades, people, it gets messy, it gets weird. Don't get me wrong, it can be fun, but we don't know, again, like I mentioned earlier, we don't know what somebody would be willing to give somebody to move up or down. So let's not do that. Let's just do the mock the way that it is.
Facts. Number 6, man, Las Vegas Raiders. Ashton Jeanty, running back, Boise State University. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's a Raider thing, man. It's a Raider thing. And you got old Pete Carroll out there. Pete Carroll looking at Ashton Jeanty. He's got visions of Marshawn Lynch. He's already got the Geno Smith thing riding with him, man. He's trying to do the thing in Seattle, out there in Las Vegas, man. Ashton Jeanty is the new Marshawn Lynch, man. Slide him on in there to Las Vegas, bro. Slide him into Las Vegas.
It's a running back at 6. It seems awful high, but you're right. That's a Raider thing. That's a Raider thing. I wouldn't do it. There ain't no way in the world that I would take Jeanty that high.
Yeah.
But there is so many rumors out there talking about the Raiders taking him. I say it all the time, man. When there's smoke, there's fire.
Facts.
When there's smoke, there's fire. And there has been a ton of smoke. So we got a super chat here from Mr. Dodd. Says, I can't remember a draft that was bigger than this one. For the Steelers. I mean, you might be right. You might be right. Steelers got a hit on this one, man. They got a hit on this one.
Yeah.
So.
Or somebody gone. Somebody going to lose their job.
Correct.
Somebody going to lose their job. Yeah.
Absolutely. Moving on. Number 8, Carolina. Oh, no. Sorry. Number 7, the New York Jets.
Yeah.
The New York Jets take Armand Mimbu, offensive tackle out of Missouri. A lot of people have him as the top tackle right now. A lot of people have him as the top tackle. I still like Banks better than him, but both of them are really good. Both of them are really good. Somebody said that Banks was overrated. Banks dominated every opponent that he played this year, literally every single one of them. So I don't know how you become overrated by that, but whatever. Either way, I like Mimbu going to the Jets. Jets need a tackle. Here's your chance. Here's your guy.
Yeah. So, B, this is where, once again, if it goes down the way we say, this is where the run starts. You already got 2 tackles off the board.
Yes.
I'm with the dang on Carolina Panthers. Listen, you got to protect the little midget back there, the little Smurf playing quarterback. Bryce Young, you got to protect him. Give me Will Campbell, man. Offensive tackle, LSU, bro. Got to protect him. I know they need weapons. I know that. But Carolina has a lot of picks in the 2nd and 3rd round. Give me the tackle to protect the little short guy in the backfield. Give me Will Campbell, man, to play tackle. 3 tackles off the board, B. 3 off the board.
3 off the board. See, then that's where it gets dicey, because Carolina needs weapons. I get it. And McMillan is out there. He is out there, but the Carolina Panthers pass. They don't, and they go tackle, which, if we're being serious, it makes sense, because that's kind of what was causing, Bryce Young all the problem. He wasn't being protected. He was getting his head destroyed, and he's running around out there feeling stuff that wasn't always there. So you got to protect the guy. Got to protect the guy. At number 9, the New Orleans Saints takes Jalen Walker. They need an edge. They haven't been able to find one. Cam Jordan has been done for the last 2 years, maybe 3 years. Time to get a new replacement. Jalen Walker, University of Georgia.
Hey, man, This guy is one of the guys I think has the best upside in the whole freaking draft.
Yeah.
I'm watching, I'm looking at film everywhere. And I started watching the Bulldogs. I said, boy, this dude is a dog. Somebody's going to get a killer, man. So I like the pick, man. I was hoping he'd slide and we could, maybe do something. And somebody wants him, we could trade back. But yeah, he's going to, I think he's top 10. Top 10 pick for sure, B. Top 10.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, man.
I think he's a top 5 talent. He may not go that high, but he's a top 5 talent for sure.
Yeah. All right, man. Like I said, every year, I know religiously, I've been watching the draft for 20 years, religiously. And I've been podcasting about the draft for at least 4 years, going on 5 years. So every year we get this run stuff. We done had a run on offensive tackles. Let's get the run on the edge jumping off. The dang on Chicago Bears select James Pierce Jr., edge rusher, outside linebacker, University of Tennessee, man. The Bears, they need a tackle, but 3 of them gone. 3 of them's gone, so they're not going to go Josh Simmons right here. Let me get that. Let me get the flip side of it. Let me get the edge, the opposite going on for the Bears.
Man. I don't know. You got that quarterback that back there, and he keeps getting his head busted.
Yeah.
It would you talk about malpractice? It would be malpractice if you don't take an offensive lineman of some sort to protect this guy. That would be. Now, don't get me wrong. They got to get an edge. My problem is I think James Hearns has bust written all over him. Yeah. I think he's got bust written all over him. But here's the thing. I like him. I just don't know his game is going to translate very much. But he's going to get taken in the top 15, Big G. So
you better believe
it is what it is. That's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco Giants are on the clock. They go
49ers.
Cornerback Will Johnson for the San Francisco Giants. They need a corner. They take a corner. Will Johnson is probably the best corner. I know he had a little injury issue, but I think Will Johnson is best corner in the draft.
Over Hunter, you say he's better? That's saying, but you took Hunter as a wide receiver,
remember?
Okay. Yeah.
I looked at him as a wide receiver.
I feel it. B, this the first pick when we were going back and forth today doing it. I was like, man, be reaching with this one, dog. But it's not my pick, so you can't be critical. I can't, it's not my pick. I'm not the GM. I'm not the pseudo GM.
You can be critical.
No. What this you reached. If I'm being critical, you reach for Will Johnson. Nah, not right here. But like I said, it's the 49ers pick, and we're gonna keep it pushing, man. If this happens, the Dallas Cowboys. And y'all make sure you go back and check my Know It Alls podcast. I had Tyler Guyton on there starting offensive tackle for the Cowboys this last week, right? Just Sunday. But if this happens for the Cowboys, because we talked about this on the show, Tetairoa McMullen, wide receiver for Arizona, if he falls to the Dallas Cowboys, they're going to start crying. Because they don't have weapons for Dak. I saw pictures of Dak working out today. They calling Dak the Slim Reaper. Dak done got small and got in shape. They got to get him some weapons. So if they get Tech and CeeDee Lamb is a problem. So the Cowboys at 12 with Tech, to me, that's a great pick, man.
I get it. If he gets past Carolina, that would be nuts in my opinion. But if he gets to Dallas figured something out. Leonard Dodd, he's on my head talking about he's a Tennessee guy. Said, watch your mouth, Big B. Pierce is a beast. And he is. I just thought he's a beast in college. I just don't think it's going to translate. So
he paid you to tell you to watch your mouth. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, man, listen, I love our chat, man. Our chat don't mess around, bro.
They don't. Well, the problem is the chat been drinking that Thunderbird tonight, remember?
St. Ives.
Thunderbird.
Yep, they sure have.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So
are you up, Doc?
13,
yep.
The Miami Dolphins. They need an offensive tackle. Armstead is done. Been done. They go Josh Simmons, Ohio State. I think it's smart. Look, Tua been beat up. You got to protect him. Here's your opportunity.
Yeah. Listen, outside of injury, I think Josh Simmons would have been tackle number 1. In my opinion. When you go back and actually watch the tape for the Buckeyes, Josh Simmons was killing people, man.
Good.
So, yeah. But yeah, this is steal for Miami at this position. All right, at pick 14. Now, I've been saying this on every podcast network I'm on. I believe that this is where the draft is going to start getting crazy because I've said all along, people are saying that Tyler Warren's going to end up with the Jets. I think he's going to fall to Indianapolis Colts. And I think there's a lot of teams after the Colts that want Tyler Warren. So if the Colts take Tyler Warren at this pick, the draft's going to go nuts. Because now teams are going to start trading back. They're going to be like, the guy we didn't want is there. There's guys that teams want that wants to go there. I think the draft, stay tuned for that first round. Because after pick 14, it's going to get very, very serious, bro. So I take Tyler Warren. Tight end out of Penn State for the Colts. They need one bad. And they got the number one guy on the board.
Yeah, they need a tight end. I think it makes perfect sense for the Colts to do that. Perfect sense. Arch Baby Doll with the super chat. Appreciate it. Good question here, Big G. Guys, who actually has the final say with draft picks? My answer might surprise people. I think it's Art Rooney II.
Facts.
I think Art Rooney II. Like I told y'all before, I think Art Rooney II is way more involved than what he acts like. I don't think that he knows football like his daddy did, but I think he's way more involved in the day-to-day of football operations than what they want to lead. I absolutely think Art Rooney II is the person who has the final say on these draft picks, at least maybe in the first 4 rounds. Now, after that, he probably not even in the building. But in the first 4 rounds, I think it's him who has the final say. I absolutely do.
I agree. I agree totally. I think Art Rooney II is the sign-off on this.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Super chat here. Another super chat from Handy Cart Mexican. Since when is Miami initials MAI? I mean,
MIA.
Look, our graphics guy, a partner, he's been on that Thunderbird too. Damn it, he's been on the Thunderbird too. See what happens, chat? You see what you do? You all influenced him, and now he got on Thunderbird, and he's misspelling word. I blame you, chat. I blame you. Big pun, you specifically. Cuervo and Old E. What the hell? I blame you. You for our producer being on that yak. For being on that yak.
Facts. Facts.
Leonard Dodd with the super chat here said, got Jerry Jones in him. He's just cheap. Yeah, you're right about Art Rooney II. You are 100% right. He got some Art Rooney in him or some Jerry Jones in him. He's just cheap. You're right. You're exactly right. So,
that's big facts.
You're exactly right. So, moving on. We're at number 15, the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons go edge. They haven't had a pass rush in almost a decade. It's been at minimum 5. I think it's been 6 years since they've had even a halfway decent pass rush.
Facts.
They go Jamar Stewart, defensive end, Texas A&M. Controversial, Big G. 4.5 sacks in 3 years of football. But everybody seems to love him, and he's got the moves. If you watch the tape, he's got the moves. He just can't tackle a quarterback. Man, he literally just can't tackle a quarterback.
I watched the LSU Texas A&M game with him, man. Nah, I'm not B. I can't do it, dog. I can't, because people are ultra critical about Campbell, bro. And I was watching Campbell kill that boy. I was watching him just kill him, and I was like, nah, man. He might maybe. We'll see with the right team, maybe. But nah, is he gonna be a 10 to 12 sack dude? Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got the moves, he's got the ability. But the thing is, and Big Pun said he looks like Tarzan, plays like Jane. That's not really true. He actually plays like Tarzan until he gets to the quarterback. Once he gets to the quarterback, he can't tackle him. Like, he can't wrap him up. He can't bring him to the ground. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Dominate the tackle, gets in the backfield, and then can't tackle. I'm like, did anybody teach you how to tackle growing up in high school, in college? Somebody got to teach this guy how to tackle. If he can do that, he's a double-digit sack guy, but we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, so listen, the Arizona Cardinals is at 16, man. All right. The temptation is going to be there to get a Mekabuka. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be there because Marv's out there. And you get the Buckeye buddies paired up again in Arizona. You know, that's the good PR and all whatever else. But that's not a position of need for the Cardinals. The Cardinals need an inside linebacker. To me, the best inside linebacker on the board is Jade Campbell. Inside linebacker, extraordinaire. Put the tape on. He should have came out last year. He should have. Because his tape from last year was actually better than this year. But the boy's a killer. He's a killer, man. So Arizona helps fix their defense in the middle. Johnny Campbell, middle linebacker, University of Alabama, B.
Gotcha. I like the inside linebacker take because they need help in the run. I may have went D-line with them though because they need help up front. But I mean, again, you get a linebacker with his skill set. It makes sense. It makes sense. I just think they need a linebacker or a D tackle to get some help in the trenches there. Cincinnati Bengals at number 17, excuse me. They go Mykel Williams, defensive end, Georgia.
Oh,
I mean, Sam Hubbard just retired.
Yeah.
They're messing around with Trey Hendrickson, so doesn't sound like he's going to be back. They need a pass rush. Their defense has been awful. Here's another pass rusher to help out.
Man, listen, I like it, man, and they got to get help on. Matter of fact, they got to get help on the defense. Period.
Yes.
If they don't get up on the defense, it's over. So yeah, they have to. They got to draft an edge. All right, so I'm to the Seattle Seahawks. Now they cleaned out a lot of position rooms in Seattle, not necessarily defensively, but offensively. You got Cooper Kupp, you got Jackson Smith and Juka. Let's add a Mecca Buka. Let's add a Buka to the room so they can run legit 11 personnel because Sam Darnold's going to run the exact same playbook that he ran in Minnesota, in Seattle. You need a three-headed monster, 11 personnel, Cooper Kupp, a Mecca Buka, Jackson Smith and Juka, run a Mecca Buka to the Seattle Seahawks at pick number 18.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I mean, now I know you love it because of the Ohio State connection, but let's not kid ourselves. Both of these guys can play football. They're redoing their wide receiver room. They traded DK Metcalf. They got rid of Tyler Lockett. They're ready to restart it. Why not restart it with these guys? It's smart. They complement each other. I think it's a great move. I think it's a great pick, Big G. Great pick.
Yes, sir.
So he didn't run a 4.55 either, did he?
No, he ran. That's punishment on that damn sauce again, bruh.
Yeah.
He ran a 4.45, and then he ran a 4.48.
Right.
Punishment talking about Ohio State tracks 37 yards and all whatever else. Punishment is a closet Michigan fan and a Buckeye hater. So don't go off of what punishment is talking about.
I don't even know if he's a closet Michigan. I think he just is, and he's a 100% hater. But again, we got to give Big Pun some grace. We got to give him grace because he's on that Cuervo and Oldie. Anybody that's on Cuervo and Oldie, you got to give them grace, man. You can't take them. You just got, hey man, I get it. Give him a pass. Give him a pass.
Facts.
Leonard Dodd says with the super chat, Arizona re-signed Calais Campbell, and they did.
Facts.
And if they draft Campbell, that looks. I mean, it makes sense. The thing about Calais, I don't know how many snaps he's still got in him. Lonzo Dunn said he's got 10 or 15 plays. Campbell can still stop the run.
Facts.
That's the thing. He can still stop the run. Now, if you're trying to play Calais Campbell 45 snaps, then you got problems on your team. I mean, at 38 years old, that's just not something that's realistic.
Yeah.
That's something that's not realistic.
Yeah. Agree.
Moving on. Number 19. Now, this is where Steeler fans are going to get upset and get nervous because all the reports are out there. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to take Kenneth Grant.
Yeah.
Defensive tackle, Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean, again, that is literally what everybody is talking about. You start doing mocks. He's getting mocked to Tampa. Everybody's talking about it again. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Now, anything could happen. Don't get me wrong, but this is where Steeler fans are like, uh-oh, they took our guy. And right here, Tampa takes Kenneth Grant.
They're going to mess around and let him wear the honorary number. You watch what I say. Oh, they're going to put him in 99, bro. They're going to put him in 99. They're going to get that honorary number up there for him.
Huh.
He's going to be an honorary, man. So, yeah, I like it. I hope that he falls to us, B, but it ain't happening, bro. It's not happening. It's not happening. I look for him to grow anywhere between 14 and 19. So, that's just
unfortunately, I think that's going to happen. I don't think if Steelers want him, Steelers are going to have to move up to get him. and the Steelers don't have the luxury this year to be giving up draft picks.
Yeah.
They need bodies. So Leonard Dodd agrees. Damn blasphemy. Yeah, you're right. It will be, but that's going to happen, unfortunately, Steeler fans. I apologize.
Yeah. Facts. All right, I'm at number 20, right? Now, this is a guy that I've been ramping and raving about for about a month and a half, 2 months. Nick Umanura, safety. Man, all world, bro. 6'4", 230 pounds, 4.34, 4.33 40-yard dash, 43-inch vertical jump, standing broad jump of about 11.5, 11.6, and you put the tape on and you're like, holy, where in the world did they create this dude at, in what laboratory, and can I get one for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Right. But Denver needs safety help. They do. Now, I know that old man, Peyton, wants a running back because he shipped the running backs out, but he got Estime, and I think he thinks he's got something in Estime. So I'm going with them getting the safety that you can just move around like Hamilton for the Baltimore Ravens, man.
Right. I mean, they signed, I can't never pronounce his name, that good safety out of San Francisco. They signed him in free agency. Mm-hmm. So there's another spot available, but I think they like the guy, but I think you can upgrade. I love the pick, Big G. I think you can upgrade. I don't know that they're going to do it because, like you mentioned, Sean Payton wants a running back.
Yeah.
But if they're smart, this makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. My man Alonzo Dunn says, yeah, Todd Bowles is a defensive guy talking about
he is.
You're right.
Yeah, he sure is.
So, yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So at number 21, the Pittsburgh Steelers are on the clock. There's a lot of people out there that are still available.
Yeah.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers, now, both of us are going to have a Steelers pick. This, again,
Facts.
The Steelers Almighty channel. Mm-hmm. But Big B says at number 21, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to take Shedeur Sanders, quarterback, Colorado. That's happening. I've been telling y'all, if he falls to 21, the Steelers need to take him. The Steelers need to take him.
Wow.
I don't know why we wouldn't take him, but the Steelers need to take him. I like it.
I'm not mad. But if we're going to get Rodgers, then I don't know. But I'm not mad at that pick because I think he's our quarterback. I think whether people realize it or not, this kid has the capability to be our starter for several years, several seasons, and be very good in the NFL. I was looking at comps about who they were saying he was like, and there's some very good players they saying that Shedeur's like. So I'm not mad. Now, that's not who I picked. At pick number 21, I think our priority is either DT or RB. Right, so I took
quarterback.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. If we're gonna if Rodgers is our guy, well, listen, I need a running backs. I got to have a dude that's gonna help him out, man. Give me a Marion Hampton, bro. Running back, North Carolina at pick 21. You pair him, Jaylen Warren, all the weapons we got on the outside with the tight end room, boy, it's gonna get ugly with Aaron Rodgers and we might win a few games with that mess. So I like Shedeur, but if I can get Hampton, run it all day and night and twice on Sunday.
So let's get to the super chats real quick here, and then we'll discuss these picks. Mm-hmm. Is Alonzo Dunn says, I love that pick falling to us. I do too. That's the reason I do it. I wouldn't move up for him.
Nope.
But if he falls to us, absolutely take him.
Yep.
Big Pun, I will drink with you on this pick with tears of joy. Tears of joy. See, he's happy about it. You know, just be careful drinking, the Cuervo and the Old E. That's not a good mix. You'll end up looking like Mike Tomlin look. So that's not a good mix. Yeah. But here's the thing. A lot of people like the Hampton pick. Here, I like Shedeur Sanders. Here's the reason why. Mm-hmm. Everybody talks about, well, he doesn't have a cannon arm. He doesn't, but he can make every NFL throw. So what is it? Do you want somebody that just has a cannon arm, or do you want somebody that can make every NFL throw? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll take the guy. I mean, don't get me wrong. You want a guy with a cannon arm, but if they're not accurate, which we know Shedeur Sanders is, doesn't have a good football IQ, which we know Shedeur Sanders has, well, then what else are we looking for? A guy that can make every throw, accurate anticipation, has a good IQ. I mean, I don't know what we're looking for. And if anybody says he doesn't have an IQ, you're just lying because you just don't like him for whatever reason you don't want to like him, because everybody talks about his football IQ, not just his daddy. Everybody talks about his football IQ and his anticipation and his accuracy. Those things aren't being disputed. Now, whether he's a good NFL pro, we'll find out. But if he falls to the Steelers at 21, I think we got to take him, Big G.
B, I'm telling you, and this is the deal, and because I thought about your pick when I saw it, when we was looking at it on the board, I was like, man, this makes all the sense in the world. But if you feel, because it solves multiple things. He's your quarterback of the future, number one. And if Rodgers gets hurt, you can get the kid out there and still let him start playing. So that's number two, right? But if you feel that you're all in with Hampton, roll with it. But I like Sanders. As long as we don't got to reach, I'm with it. But, man, Omarion Hampton is something different, B. And you know that. You're hoping, you're like, if we trade back, I want to get that dude.
Right. You know me about Hampton. I think Hampton's the best back in the draft.
Facts.
I do. I think he is the best back in the draft. I think he's that good. So I don't dislike your pick at all. I think it's a great pick. It's not even a good one. It's a great pick, G. I just say we've been mad about quarterback. When you have an opportunity, you take that quarterback. For instance, the things that people are saying about Shedeur Sanders, like they weren't saying that about Baby Hands.
That's facts.
And it's not a reach to take Shedeur Sanders at 21. Now, there's questions on whether he'll even fall that far. I think he will because, again, I think teams are wising up. And Cleveland's gun shy. You already know that. Cleveland's not going to take a guy that high. And I think teams are like, look, we're not going to reach for a quarterback. Okay, well, then don't reach. 21 isn't a reach for Shedeur Sanders.
No,
not at all. No. 20 was a huge reach for Baby Hands, and everybody knew it. 21 is not a reach for him.
Yeah, I agree. Facts, bro. Absolute facts.
So, but Hampton, if we can get Hampton, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yep. All right, so we got pick 22, man. Pick 22 is the Los Angeles Chargers, right? They signed Devontae Adams. They got Puka Nacua. They're going trips, bro. they're going trips. 11 personnel. Let's turn up the heat. Matthew Golden, wide receiver, University of Texas, man, with the pick. He's the fastest wide receiver in the draft. Matt Stafford's going to get him in the huddle and look at him and say, you got one route to run, a go route.
Right.
And go get it. Go get it. Because, listen, you got to respect that kid's speed. You have to. And they're going to run Devontae up underneath him. They're going to run Nacua up underneath him. And it's going to be a lot of problems with the Los Angeles Rams if they take Matthew Golden at WR, bro.
Absolutely. I didn't get to Leonard Dodd's super chat here. He says, give me accuracy with these two dog receivers. They're going to get it anyway. So, give me some accuracy. Give me some. Again, I'm not saying that Shedeur Sanders has the strongest arm, but if you can make every NFL throw, like somebody said, well, he's Tua. Tua can't make every NFL throw. That's the difference. Tua can't do that. Tua is ultra accurate, but he can't make every NFL throw. Like he isn't throwing the ball from one hash to the opposite boundary outside the numbers. He at 25 yards down the field. Tua's not doing that. Sanders can do that. That's what I'm talking about, can make every NFL throw. So,
I made an error, man. I said the Rams. It's the Chargers.
Yes,
I called the wrong team out. So I apologize, and I thank the Super Chat. Super Chat, I'm not on one right now. I ain't got the sauce. I just misspoke. So I appreciate you guys. It looked like somebody in the Super Chat sober. So somebody called me out. Yeah, call me out.
Big Pun has stuck his claws into Big G and gave him some of that Cuervo. And now Big G, just like our producer, is on that Thunderbird. Lord have mercy.
Yes, sir. Yep.
At number 23, man, we got Green Bay Packers. Look, Green Bay Packers need a cornerback. I think a draft day trade is coming up. I think Jair Alexander is going to be out of there at Green Bay. I mean, what else can he do? First of all, he's been hurt. He stays hurt. He bashes the organization at every opportunity. I think they're done with him in Green Bay. They take a corner out of Florida State. I think his name is Aziri Thomas. If it's not right, I apologize, but I believe it's Aziri Thomas out of Florida State. I like him. I think he's one of the better corners. Underrated, I think, also because he played on a bad team this year. But yeah, I think this is what they do. I think this is where the Packers go.
I was watching film on about 20-minute highlight reel on the kid because I didn't really know that much about him. Yeah, that's a great pick. I actually like it. It's a name that a lot of people's not talking about, but this kid is a first-round NFL draft pick corner. I totally agree with it, man. Yes. All right, man. Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to shake up the draft, man. I'm going to shake it up. The Minnesota Vikings get a home run threat out of the backfield. The Minnesota Vikings are going to try to duplicate what's going on with Sonic and Knuckles, like the Detroit Lions have with their two running backs. The Minnesota Vikings have Aaron Jones. They add Travion Henderson, running back, Ohio State University, who's an explosive home run hitter anywhere on the freaking field. How do you protect basically a rookie quarterback? You put him in position to get the ball out of his hand and for guys to make plays. Travion Henderson, running back, Ohio State University, goes to the Minnesota Vikings, man.
I like it. I know they need some other help in other places, especially on defense, but they don't have a running back. You're right. They don't. And there's nothing better than getting you a big-time running back in the draft, especially this draft, Travion Henderson. I like Judkins a little better than him, but you can't go wrong because they're both really, really good, G. They're both really, really good. So I like the pick, man. I do. Yeah. I do. I like that one. 25, Houston Texans. They need a tackle. They traded Tunsil. So I'm going Josh Connerly out of Oregon. Connerly got a bad rep coming into the draft because he got run over by Mike Green in one rep at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
That one rep has stuck with him the entire time, and people act like he can't play. He absolutely can play. It would be a great pick for the Houston Texans because, again, they need offensive line help. Why they traded Tunsil, I still don't know why, but whatever. They did. But the bottom line, they got to refill, and that's where they go, Josh Connerly.
Yeah, and B, we got 5 tackles off the board, man. That's saying a lot with this draft, man. You got 5 tackles off the board, and we're not even to the end of the first round yet. So, yeah, there's some needs out there for teams in the NFL this year at that old tackle for sure.
Correct.
All right, man, we're at the Rams. Los Angeles Rams. I think they need a corner. Man. Now, I've been critical of this kid because his size. But I've watched tape, and I'm starting to come around and say, yeah, he's really good. Give me Jahdae Barron, man. Slot corner, 5'10", but it's got like a 6'3" or 6'4" man's wingspan. High vertical jump, super fast. Can take any slot wide receiver away from you on the field. Give me Jahdae Barron for the Los Angeles Rams at corner at this pick, man.
Gotcha. I like him. I thought he was really good this year. The one thing about it is in the bigger games, I think when they played against decent teams and decent competition, I think he played pretty good. Texas didn't have the most challenging schedule this year. Everybody knows that. But when they did play good competition, he played good. So I like the pick. I like this one, Big G. And you're right. They do need a corner. They do need a corner. Let's get to a couple of super chats real quick. First one is Handicart Mexican. Y'all out your damn mind at 21. Dude is overrated. Well, there's 2 picks at 21, so which one is overrated? And define overrated. I think people just hear stuff online and they repeat it. So because I guarantee you won't be able to define what overrated means. Next up, Capricorn Steel says, does a draft day trade affect comp picks? Well, if you trade them, they do. Because you can trade those picks. Said, I know post draft trades don't, but during. So, but yeah, if you trade it, it absolutely will. And you can trade those. So we'll see.
He said he want Alexander for the Packers. I wouldn't be mad at it.
No,
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It depends on what Green Bay wants, but you know who Green Bay would probably want?
Yeah, I know.
George Pickens.
Yeah. And listen, for my first, you give me a first and a fifth, you can have him.
But then I
don't want to. I know they ain't going to.
Not if they throw in Jair Alexander. You're not getting a first round pick, man.
Well, give me your first and Jair, and then you can have GP.
No. Nobody's
I
doing
know,
that.
man. I know I'm living in fantasy land, man. But Omar Khan is the big fleece.
No.
So he might try it. Let's get the fleece on.
If Jair Alexander is part of a George Pickens trade for the Steelers, then we're not getting anything higher than a 4th round pick. It won't be anything higher than that. So,
yeah, facts. That's facts.
And to me, I don't know that solves your problems. So I don't know that you necessarily would do that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And I get it. Moving on. Where are we at here?
Ravens.
We are the Ravens.
The bird, the rats.
Oh, the rat birds. But you know how good they are at drafting, and they are really good. Malachi Starks, safety out of Georgia. Again, the Ravens do it to us again. They do it to us again. Lord have mercy.
B, man, if they get one of them Georgia dogs, man, come on, man. Him and freaking Kyle Hamilton? Oh, my God. But it happens every year. It seems like they pick guys that we actually need, and it's been happening since Ozzie. So I love this pick. Man, Malachi Starks is that dude, bro. That dude. So, yeah, I like it. I'm riding with it, man. Next pick, man, the Detroit Lions. I think the Detroit Lions season fell apart last year when they lost Aiden Hutchinson. When they didn't have the pass rusher, somebody that could actually get to the quarterback, and it just progressively got a little bit worse and a little bit worse and a little bit worse. And by the time the playoffs came along and they couldn't get to Daniels, it was over, bro. I don't think they mess around. They got to go get a guy. Give me Green, defensive end out of Marshall University. Small school kid jumps in the first round. Not just about what he did at the pro game or whatever, the All-Star game. Not just what he did in those All-Star game practices, but what he did on film, man. Green's got character issues. But, man, as far as if anybody can coach a character issue, Dan Campbell can coach a character issue. So I think they go Green and they go opposite, ends with Hutchinson and Green and say, hey, let's go get the quarterback, bro. Let's go get the quarterback.
Gotcha. No, I like it. I like it a lot, actually. I like it a lot. Makes sense. Like you said, their pass rush went in the toilet when Hutchinson got hurt, which they just didn't have anybody else on the other side. And then you look at that Washington game. I mean, they had no pressure.
Facts.
No pressure whatsoever. So
Facts. Yeah.
Super chat here by Mr. Dodd says, I don't know if they draft great, talking about the Ravens. I know Ozzie Newsome does, but he's gone. No.
Yeah.
Come on, man. The Ravens draft great. Draft great. Ozzie Newsome's been gone for quite a few years now, and the Ravens haven't dropped. They haven't missed a beat when it comes to drafting. Haven't missed a beat. So, moving on, man. Washington Commanders. I'm on the same avenue as you are, Big G. They got to get to the pass rusher or get to the quarterback. They need a pass rusher. Donovan Azuke, whatever. I apologize. I can't pronounce his name. Out of Boston College. I think he's really good, especially at this point in the draft. And again, the Commanders need pass rushers. They lost Dante Fowler. They got to replace him. They go here with a defensive pass rusher, an edge rusher from Boston College.
B, that's like 6 of them boys off the board.
Yeah.
We talk about these runs that happen. That's like 6 of them. So they feel like they got to have a guy. Hey, but I wouldn't be shocked, B, if any of these picks, these last picks are traded. Where a team comes up from the second round and says, look,
Absolutely.
I got a guy I want.
Absolutely.
So I wouldn't be shocked if one of them is traded. All right, so I'm to the Buffalo Bills. All right. Now, this guy, a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers want. A lot of Pittsburgh Steelers want this guy. I don't think he fits our defense, but I think he fits absolutely with this team's defense. You got Bosa, put a guy right next to him. Give me Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss University to run that. Yeah, because they run a 4-3, man. And you line up Nolan next to Bosa, okay, you're going to have problems in Buffalo because Buffalo's deal
also got Ed Oliver.
That's right. Buffalo's deal is to go get my homeboy. Listen, we want to be able to duplicate what the Philadelphia Eagles did and go get my homeboy. So Oliver, Nolan, Bosa, you can with 4, you can go get my homeboy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the key. Go get Mahomes, but you got to do it with 4. You got to do it with 4. So great pick. Great pick. At number 31, Kansas City. Look, they got rid of their all-pro guard. They got to replace him. Greg Zabel, a guard out of North Dakota State.
Yeah.
And people love him. They absolutely love him. They can plug him in from day one to play left guard, and the Chiefs have again solidified their front three to keep Mahomes safe at that position.
Yeah, I like it, man. You listen. I was just talking about what Buffalo's going to be doing to chase him. They got to get some dudes to protect my homeboy.
Correct.
And this kid, I mean, he can play inside and outside if need be.
Right.
And I watched his tape, man. He's a small school kid. I was like, yeah, he could definitely play at the next level. So I love the pick, man. Last pick of the draft, Philadelphia Eagles, man. The Philadelphia Eagles draft defensive tackles better than any team in the NFL. They do. They load up with D tackles and D ends. They know what they're freaking doing. They lost Williams. Let's get his replacement. Give me Harmon out of Oregon, the defensive tackle, the big boy. A lot of folks are comparing him to Jones, the defensive tackle, defensive end for the Kansas City Chiefs. You bring this guy in and running with Gabe Davis, running with the other big dude that they got. Hey, man, they're going to cause problems in Philadelphia, bro. Problems. Right.
So that was the other guy. If I didn't take Shedeur, I almost took Harmon at 21.
Yeah.
I almost took Harmon at 21. I thought, man, but I just couldn't resist taking a quarterback since we needed a quarterback. And I like Sanders, especially at 21. But, man, if Harmon is there for Philly to take him, I'm going to be disgusted. I'm literally going to be disgusted. The rich get richer. Unbelievable.
I feel it, man. I feel it.
Lonzo Dunn says, super chat, just because it's a damn great show. Best Steelers talk in town. Love you guys. Man, we love you too, Mr. Dunn, and thank you for your support. Absolutely. Thank you for your support, man.
Yeah.
Can't thank you enough for it. So, yeah, if the Eagles get Harmon at 32, first of all, I don't think the Harmon's going to fall to 32. I don't believe
Me neither.
But if he does, my God. I mean, it won't even be fair at this point. It literally won't be fair.
Yeah.
So, I'm disgusted.
Feel it, man. I feel it.
All right, man. So that is our ping pong draft. Appreciate you all joining and being a part of that. We had a lot of fun putting that thing together, man. I know y'all, the Steeler pick, Shedeur, Omari, and Hampton. Man, a lot of conversation with it. A lot of people either like Shedeur or don't. Yeah. There was no, first of all, everybody liked Hampton. Everybody liked Hampton, and it makes sense. Hell, I like Hampton. But there was no, maybe Shedeur, I don't know, maybe him, maybe not. There was none of that. It was either I love it or I hate it. There was nothing in between, man. Nothing in between whatsoever.
Either way, B, I think we win.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, either way we win. Absolutely. Absolutely. So before the end of the night, people, y'all know we got the producer question coming up.
Oh, here we go.
Before the end of the night, we got the producer question. For people that are not familiar, again, as a reminder, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to Steelers Almighty and make sure you continue to like this podcast or this live as we're moving on. But if you're not familiar, our producer comes up with the question at the end of the show. He doesn't tell us what it is, throws it out there for us to answer. So that is coming up now, people. And it's usually a crazy question. And here we go. Here we go. So you can go back and make sure one of these legends finishes their career in Pittsburgh. No other teams, no other jerseys. Who should never have worn anything but Steelers colors?
Oh.
That's a good one. A, Rod Woodson, Hall of Fame corner and safety who won a Super Bowl in Baltimore. B, James Harrison, defensive icon who ended his career with the Patriots. C, Alan Faneca, Hall of Fame guard who spent his final years with the Jets and the Cardinals. Or D, Kevin Green, sack machine who had some of his best years in Pittsburgh but finished elsewhere and won a Super Bowl ring with the Packers as a coach.
Man, that's the hardest question he ever gave, bro. This question is hard.
He has ever given.
Yeah.
But for me, I think it's A. I think it's Rod Woodson. Bill Cowher gave up on Rod Woodson after he got hurt. Didn't think he could play anymore. And he could. He just needed to move positions. They didn't ask him to move positions. And turned out Rod Woodson had 2 careers. He had a Hall of Fame career as a corner in Pittsburgh. Then he had a Hall of Fame career as a safety when he moved on. And that was a Cowher mistake. It happens. Just like we say, everything that Cowher didn't turn to gold. But I think this one, for me, I think it's easy. I think it's Rod Woodson, and it's not even a debate.
Man, I wish we could have all 4 of them, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I wish all 4 of them.
Man,
bro, I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to and Kevin Green too, bro. Are you serious? Dog, I mean, and
Debo.
Come on, man. But man, yeah, it's Woodson.
But the best player out of all of them is Rod Woodson.
Yeah, it's Woodson, man. Woodson was a beast, bro.
Yeah,
Woodson was an absolute freaking beast. And it was probably one of the biggest mistakes Bill Cowher ever made as a coach. It was probably one of the biggest mistakes he ever made. Yeah. Because Woodson was far from done.
Far from done.
Yeah.
And they thought he was done and didn't want to pay him, so he left and moved positions and was an all-pro.
Yeah. That's facts, bro. That's facts.
Leonard Dodd says Rod Woodson, for me, been trash at corner ever since. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know about trash. McFadden and
Ike
Taylor, they were pretty good. They were pretty good. They weren't Rod Woodson good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not even trying to compare the two, but I wouldn't say they were trash. I wouldn't say they were absolute trash, but it's been shaky for sure. It's definitely been shaky.
Trash Artie Burns, though. Big trash.
Oh, my God. Don't get me started.
Get him out of here.
Horrible. I put Artie Burns in the category as our former offensive coordinator. Just don't even mention their name. They just can't even mention their name on the channel. Ugh.
Yeah. So, but you're right, man. But great question. Great question from our producer. But it's Rod Woodson, bro. It's all day and night.